Hey guys, it's Mr. Dominar here, and we are back with another reaction, an Elden Ring reaction. This time with another video from VaatiVidya, another Prepare to Cry. This is the latest one he's done. Came out about 2 months ago. I'm sure he'll do more, but finally have caught up now, and we're finally on the last one for now. So, without further ado, let's watch it. Really, really excited.
Great lords once served the Scarlet Rot. Their bodies were colonized by fungus, and towering mushrooms served as their crowns. Odd, but there was a logic to their worship. For to rot is to die, then develop new buds and be reborn. It is a cycle of rebirth that comes to all equally. So it is that the Scarlet Rot is no mere disease. It has order. It is an outer god, and so many would serve as its vessels. Pests, scorpions, even a demigod. But there were those that would fight back, like the dancer in blue, a blind swordsman who was bestowed a flowing blade. And by fighting with the unrelenting power of water, he sealed away the Scarlet Rot. But the rot would eventually return, corrupting one of Marika's children at the very moment of her birth, setting in motion the events that would one day lead to the death of Caelid and the rotting of Aeonia. This is the episode of the Bloom, where Malenia once fought with Radahn.
Awesome.
With the help of the dancer in blue, she had trained to resist
That was cool.
the call of the Scarlet Rot. But in this fight, she was pushed to the brink and was forced to sacrifice her pride in order to win. She needed to kill Radahn and send on his soul, no matter the cost, so that the lion could become Miquella's consort. But Radahn was only weakened until we came to Caelid to finish the job. When the Tarnished arrives, it's been an age since Caelid was first decimated by the Scarlet Rot, and it's the worst at the center of Caelid, where Malenia once bloomed. Here, an offshoot of Malenia's bloom rises, Millicent, a red phantom, instinctively driven, perhaps, to defend the Rot.
That was such a hard shot. I only just now did Millicent's quest line, like maybe a few weeks ago. Damn. The editing just keeps getting better and better. Damn, damn, damn. Oh, 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 oh. There it is.
I think the version of Millicent that we fight here is a projection of herself.
I never fought that one, though. I never did that.
Plagued by the Scarlet Rot.
So crazy.
This is just one of many horrors that we face in Caelid.
Yep. Caelid sucks. I hate Caelid.
Even the
all my
dogs
homies hate
have
Caelid.
succumbed to the Scarlet Rot. The local wildlife runs rampant in unending war against Radahn's stoic warriors, who stave off these rot-crazed beasts with fire, and the pale pests crawl through the land, abandoned children of the Scarlet Goddess. They possess a keen intellect, and have even managed to tame the local wildlife, as has the one who lives in this shack just outside the nearby
This is
town.
Gowry, right?
Oh, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure indeed.
Well,
I am Gowry, a
it
great
is.
sage. In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along. A strapping young tarnished, able to cross the Scarlet Swamp of Aeonia. Don't fret, I'll provide fine recompense. Should you accept, I will teach you the secret of Celia, the town you see there. Ah, then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl. Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Celia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness.
Caleb has such a good feel to it,
The
though.
rotting sickness
Nail
that
the tone.
afflicts Millicent has no cure. When the Earth Tree flourished, even the demigods could not stave off its effects, despite their nigh godhood. But Millicent's suffering can be ameliorated. For this, you are to find a certain needle. Seek the deep Scarlet Swamp of Aeonia outside Celia's bounds. The needle, made from unalloyed gold, is lost somewhere there.
The center of the swamp is defended by Commander O'Neill. It's hard to say who he once fought for, but even after his lord was fled, O'Neill continued to brandish his flag in the devastation of the rot-eaten field of battle. He was the sole veteran that remembered this battle with pride. Perhaps his ability to resist the rot can be credited to a certain unalloyed needle, for here, Commander O'Neill refuses to die, even amidst the rot. Even though he has nothing more than the dead to command, at least until you come along.
That was hardcore. That fight is not that short, but that was hardcore.
Oh, you found the unalloyed gold needle. As promised, I've detailed the secret of Celia right here. Go on. It's yours. Now let me have a look at the needle. Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it?
This needle was made by a demigod, by Mikola, the Unalloyed, twin brother to Malenia, who was born carrying the Scarlet Rot. Malenia's plight led Mikola to unalloyed gold, a substance that could resist the meddling of the outer gods. So it was that he created weaponry, prosthetic limbs, and needles that could lessen his sister's suffering, but none of them cured the sickness entirely. Indeed, Mikola's tragedy is his nascent potential, full of promise, yet never, it seems, able to see things through to the end.
I have awaited
Damn.
your return.
That's a crazy way to put it.
The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind. Millicent rests at the church atop the cliff beyond Celia, the town yonder. Tended to by the witless pests who worship her, or rather her rotting sickness, as a god. A wretched fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
Hate those guys. There she is.
If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with Scarlet Rot. You ask that I stab myself with the needle to quell the Scarlet Rot. But how? Never mind. I've decided I would rather trust you than simply continue to spoil from within. Would you mind averting your eyes for a moment? Well, that was easier than expected. But why do I feel so... I hoped to see you again. My apologies.
Crazy
For when
shot.
last we met, I fainted before I could even thank you. Everything is as you said. Since inserting the needle, the Scarlet Rot has ceased to writhe. Even the nightmares have abated. And now, though I can scarcely believe it myself, I can move as I please. Not that I could ever truly repay you, but I would like you to have this. By way of thanks. A token though it is. I'm considering leaving. On a journey. With the needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny. It's all thanks to you.
Hell yeah.
My name is Millicent. I pray fate permits us meet again.
And so, Millicent begins to recall what she calls her destiny. These memories were lost to her when the Scarlet Rot began to ravage her flesh.
Okay.
But she was born to take this journey. Being a bud of the Scarlet Rot, her destination is not hers alone. And Gowry, her adoptive father, is keenly aware of that fact.
Oh, hello again. Something about this place felt familiar to me, so I decided to pay a visit. Hoping to find someone here, but I've only found emptiness. Perhaps, before my departure, I needed someone to say farewell to. Well, never mind that. I must focus on my journey, for which I have you to thank. I must stay strong.
Oh, you noticed, did you? Indeed, Millicent did visit this hovel of a home. It seems the memories eaten away by the rotting sickness yet remain, but faintly. However, she has no need of me anymore. No, she must embark on her journey and stare her fate in the eye. I mustn't impede. As I've aged, I've found the best way to aid the young is to be forgotten. Please make certain that little Millicent goes unharmed. Like her mother, she has the stuff to be a great warrior, but commands only one arm and is yet preciously young. You've been a saint through and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Celians, descendants of the Eternal.
In case you haven't felt it already, something is very off with Gowry. This sage who teaches us the secret techniques of the Pale Pests.
Do you find it peculiar that I would show such concern for the girl? Well, I'm the one that found her. A mere babe in the swamp of Aeonia. She is one of my dear daughters. But the rotting sickness erodes one's memory. I doubt that she remembers the first thing about me. Oh, I must be getting old. I didn't always worry so much.
So, Gowry is Millicent's foster father. He's raising her in the image of Malenia, in the name of the beauty she represents. But beauty means something very unique to him.
The girl, Millicent, she is a bird. Green and undeveloped, waiting to flower into magnificence. What a wondrous day that will be. In truth, before her, I'd never seen a bud of such superior quality. She might very well outshine her sisters.
Ah, we meet again. In truth, it's been smooth sailing for me. The Scarlet Rot has stilled since last we met. As such, I've been able to continue my journey. Though rather vexingly, I realized that if I still had my sword arm, I could have aided you in battle. Now I'm tracing the path Malenia took, after unleashing the power of the Scarlet Rot during her battle with General Radahn in the Caelid Wilds. I should like to meet her. This vanished woman. I think she's in the north, in the lands that lie beyond the Erdtree.
Mm-hmm.
Malenia did not make this journey alone. She was carried. After Malenia's bloom, at the Battle of Ionia, both sides were devastated. Radahn retreated to the Wailing Dunes, where the Scarlet Rot began to consume him from within. And Malenia was unconscious. But Finlay, one of her surviving Cleanrot knights, began to carry Malenia back to the Haligtree, out of hostile territory. She managed the feat alone, fending off all manner of foes along the way. Malenia's
Hardcore.
slumbering form was placed at the roots of the Haligtree, and she would have nothing but the husk of her brother for company. As for Finlay, this act of unimaginable heroism seems to have ended in her death, for enshrined at the Haligtree are her ashes. Perhaps she finally succumbed to the rot or her injuries, but she made it.
Sure did.
As for the other surviving Cleanrot knights, some settled at the Shaded Castle, a fortification belonging to House Marai. For the head of that family, Malay Marai, venerates the Scarlet Rot and its goddess to come. The Shaded Castle is mired in a poisonous swamp. Perhaps it should come as no surprise that all of the sons of House Marai are sickly born, and that Malay Marai would be so beguiled by the goddess who was born into rot. There's a room in the castle with a portrait of Malenia, and even what seems to be a collection of her old prosthetics, for it's said that when Malay Marai, Lord of the Shaded Castle, embraced this prosthesis, he claimed to feel the presence of his personal goddess. Malay's castle has been usurped, and Malay is in exile, so we take an arm from his collection and give it to the one who needs it most, just as Mikola did for Malenia long ago.
Sweet.
Are you giving me this arm? Thank you. I am in your debt yet again, I think. If the arm serves well enough, it might be possible for me to wield a sword again.
When Millicent receives her new arm, we learn that she inherited her mother's swordsmanship. These arts
Real.
were learned from the blind swordsman, garbed in blue. He was Malenia's mentor, and he taught her how to strike like flowing water. He believed that just as still waters turn foul, stagnation leads to decay. Malenia's prosthetic weapon came to symbolize many victories. So, when we report back to Gowry, we bring good news.
So, you gave Millicent a golden arm replacement. This is a wonderful development. Thank you for your
I hardly ever went
kindness.
back to him.
Now, Millicent may fully realize her true warrior's potential, like her beautiful mother.
With a prosthetic limb, Millicent's journey can continue. Her wanderings have brought her to the Windmill Village, a town filled with dancing women who have flayed the skin of others. The festival is an old tradition, one old enough for the Erdtree to tacitly tolerate its endurance. We still don't know the specifics of their ritual, but there is a godskin presiding over it, making the implications of this place very dark.
Scary. Hardcore. Damn, damn. Ooh. The madness thing. Hardcore, that was cool. That was pretty damn cool.
The Scarlet Rot represents a horrific future for the lands between. It's no wonder that many are afflicted with frenzy, tempted by the desire to burn it all away.
Makes sense.
Ah, we meet yet again. The arm you gave me truly is a thing of wonder. It feels just like my own, even handling a sword. Perhaps it is foolish to say this to you of all people, but I am sure of my skill with the sword. Thus, I would have you call upon me in battle, should you ever have the need. It is the only way that I can express my thanks.
And so, Millicent becomes your blade, not unlike how Malenia became Miquella's long ago.
Nice parallel.
Our journey continues into the Forbidden Lands, where Finlay carried Malenia through the mountaintops, alone.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly... No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again, in battle, should you have the need. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Haligtree. Indeed, I believe that is where Malenia will be found. The Haligtree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands.
Here, at Castle Sol, Miquella tried to resurrect Godwyn, his brother whose soul was eviscerated by destined death.
Really?
In return for their prayers,
I didn't know that.
seems those at the castle were to be given access to Miquella's Haligtree, but they would never set eyes upon it, for the ritual failed.
I did not know that. So Miquella tried to revive Godwyn. Makes sense as to why
Many in the lands between
he would try
found
again just for
Miquella's
it done.
promises alluring. I'd argue that Commander Niall was one such man, for he was given half of
Cool.
a medallion that would have opened a path to the Haligtree had he acquired the other half. In the end, Niall had nowhere to fade away to, and so refused to die. Again, until you came along.
Damn.
At the edge of the mountaintops, you can see it, the withered top of the Haligtree. Long ago, Mikola watered this tree with his very own blood, and it was here that Mikola embedded himself, cocooned at the Haligtree roots, awaiting a rebirth. At the Haligtree's edges, the oracles play their horns to herald the imminent arrival of a new god, or age. Perhaps they foreshadow Mikola's return, or perhaps, instead, they foreshadow Malenia's ascent to goddess. The rot here certainly makes that seem more likely.
Sheesh!
Again we meet. I can only surmise our purposes are aligned. In which case, allow me to explain myself. I am of Malenia's blood. But in what capacity, I know not. I could be sister, daughter, or an offshoot. Whatever the case, though, I am certain of a kinship between us. There is something I must return to Malenia. The will that was once her own. The dignity, the sense of self that allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot, the pride she abandoned, to meet Radahn's measure.
Millicent is truly an offshoot of Malenia. She is a scarlet bud, for Millicent was found in Aeonia after Malenia's bloom. She was the most promising bud of many, in fact. But buds like Millicent aren't Malenia's only children. There are also the pests, the kindred of rot, Malenia's abandoned children. We always knew these pests were intelligent, but our adventures in the realm of shadow have also revealed that they're crafty and kind, which makes it all the more tragic that we have to kill them on the path to their mother.
Some crazy ass shots in this one.
Here, at the now rotten roots of the Haligtree, Malenia withers away. Mikola made a choice to divest himself of everything and ascend as a god at any cost. And now, you too make a choice to save Millicent or betray her. You can return to Gowry here for his counsel one last time.
Never did this.
Oh, I didn't notice you there. Welcome. How may I help you? My apologies, though.
Uh-oh.
You hardly needed to see me like that. Oh, it's just I realized that I'd soon be saying my goodbyes to Millicent, and my eyes began to well. She is to meet them very soon, her sisters, and when she does, she'll be defeated, surely, and begin to flower. Which is why, if you happen to be present for the girl's fight with her sisters, I ask that you side with the sisters and kill Millicent. It must
Really?
be done by your hand, no other. Millicent trusts you, rather deeply in fact. Sever that trust. Nurtured by betrayal, her bud will flower most vividly.
Oh!
When Malenia ascends to godhood, Millicent too shall be reborn as a Scarlet Valkyrie. You can't tell me you don't wish to see it. The superior bud that is Millicent becoming the finest of flowers.
Oh, wow.
I beg of you, kill her with your own two hands.
To bloom, as her mother once did, Millicent needs to be pushed to the brink. If that involves your betrayal, that's all the better, according to Gowry. He trusts in your desire to see Millicent follow her path to its true end, to the same bloom that Malenia's path ended with. Perhaps he also trusts that she won't be able to defeat her sisters, even with your help. But he's wrong.
Hell yeah! I sided with her too. Like, what? I did not know Gowry wanted her to die. Damn. Damn. These are the best shot fights of all the Prepare to Cries. And the music's so good.
Oh. Hello. Thank you for lending your hand. Without your help, I could not have defeated that quartet. I feel as if I've been in your debt from beginning to end. Thank you. With your help, I was able to live as my own person, if only in passing. But this is where things end. I paused to even tell you, but I took out the needle myself. Tell whoever put you up to this that if I am to flower into something other than myself, I would rather rot into nothingness as I am.
Hardcore.
Please, let me pass alone. The Scarlet Rot writhes now, worse than ever. Soon, I won't be more than a mound of flesh, curse-laden, untouchable. I wouldn't want such a thing to bring you harm.
Man.
Gowry was wrong about everything. For Millicent exceeded even her mother's calling. She accepted defeat, instead of allowing the Scarlet Rot to thrive in the name of victory. Tragically, she accepts death in the roots of the Haligtree, right before meeting the mother she so desperately wanted to know. But in a way, Millicent knew Malenia, because she came to know herself, and unlike her mother, she even died with her dignity, and she withered away for her own sake, not for Gowry, an outer god, or an Imperium. Malenia, on the other
How
hand,
about that?
holds to the remains of Miquella's husk before waking from a dream that she's been having for God knows how long.
I dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left
shit.
in my wake. As I awaited his return.
There she is.
Heed my words. I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella. And I have never known defeat.
Okay. That's pretty damn cool. Damn. is best shot fights in the entire Prepare to Cry. Oh shit! Damn!
Here at the Haligtree roots, Malenia falls for the second time. This is where it should have ended for you and Radahn. But Malenia fights for her brother, Miquella the Kind. In this place, Miquella gave up his own blood to create a haven for the meek and the downtrodden. So it is that his followers' hearts belong to him, and they will give everything for Miquella.
Wait. The scarlet bloom flowers once more. You will witness true horror.
Such a cool boss, man.
Now, rot.
The Scarlet Rot is not a disease, it's an outer god, and Malenia will be its vessel if it's the difference between victory and defeat. Many Tarnished are no different.
So
The
cool!
needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny.
Ooh, I'm getting chills!
Soon I must return to Malenia, the will that was once her own, the dignity, the sense of self
Hell
that
yeah.
allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot.
Oh my god.
Your strength. Extraordinary. The mark of a true lord. Oh, dear Miquella. Oh, dearest Miquella. My brother. I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
Left behind after Malenia's truest defeat is this, another Scarlet Bloom, the same one that would have enveloped Millicent had you betrayed her. But thanks to us, Millicent was able to remove the needle of her own free will, and unlike Malenia, she retained her pride. And this needle has changed. It's no longer broken in half. It no longer even shows signs of having been repaired by Gowry. Instead, it's whole and purified and glistening with dew. This is what Millicent wanted to return to her mother. Proof that pride could be kept in death, even in her, a vessel of an outer god. Thus, with the return of this needle, so too is Malenia's dignity returned.
Thank you. I will not forget what you did for me.
Perhaps Malenia is still conscious in there somehow. In exchange, we receive a different needle, another of the needles that Miquella crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods, perhaps a prototype embedded at an earlier time. Alongside it is an ancient dragon's scale, one that can lightly twist time. Many such scales were hoarded in the Haligtree. Perhaps Miquella thought that they could help his sister. Indeed, the scales that twist time are the key to finishing the unalloyed gold needles, and it's possible this was given to you as a clue. The truth is, the only way to remove an outer god's influence is to ward it off before you've even become their vessel. So it is that the unalloyed needle must be inserted somewhere beyond time. For Amazula. A place imbued with the power of the dragons that twist time. A place that the Tarnished could reach, but Miquella and Malenia did not. In the end, we too become immune to the influence of the frenzied outer god, thanks to Miquella, to Malenia, and Millicent.
Hell yeah! Oh my god, this asshole.
Millicent, my daughter, why would you take out the needle? You were so close, so very close, to becoming the fairest of all flowers. Would you disown us, too, as your mother did? We, children of the Scarlet Rot.
Gowry has been an agent of the Rot God the entire time. An envoy. Its spawn.
Millicent. Malenia. Do you detest us so utterly? We shall meet again, you and I.
Whoa.
Countless pests to choose from.
Whoa.
As many times as it takes for you to understand.
I did not know he was one of the pests. That's a very haunting way to end that.
So this was our player character for this story, and this is their displate. A metal poster of a frenzied samurai standing against a scarlet backdrop. Link in the description. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to support the channel, this is a good way to do that. In return, you'll get a displate that is sleek, sturdy, and versatile with this magnet mounting system that won't damage your walls. It's even available in Textra, which is a textured finish version that you can see and feel. And if you buy any of these with the link in the description, you'll get 23% off if you buy 1 or 2 prints, and 33% off if you buy more than 3 from the store.
Wow.
Check it out. Now,
Cool.
on to shoutouts. Please give your love to these guys in the comments. They deserve props far more than I do. First and foremost, to Miss Pap1, who was my project partner, editor, and capture artist.
She
He
did
came up
great,
with the idea
or
of
he did
having
great
a
stuff.
frenzied player character so that we could cleanse off the frenzy as a part of the
Great idea.
storyline towards the end,
Huge.
and their
They gave it
idea
so much
paid off
more.
magnificently.
Oh my goodness,
Just
that was a great
look at some
idea.
of these scenes. For these two-person fights in particular, him and his close friend have been choreographing these PvP fights in many of our episodes, and the Millicent duel might be their best one yet.
Oh, it is.
One of my favorite parts in this video was the windmill fight scene. which
Loved
was
all of
captured
the fights
and
in
then
this one.
had its first round edited by VaatiVidya, who was a great addition to our team for this video. VaatiVidya added tension and really dynamic camera work to this scene, elevating it from the original concept. Check out their channel to see more videos just like this. Another great addition was this Frenzy weapon mod, commissioned from Clever Raptor. They're one of the best moveset modders out there, and they helped with so many little things in the video that
Really?
were crucial to our presentation. Sadly, the Frenzy mod has been broken by the update, but no worries,
Damn.
because Clever has tons of other mods that are just as amazing. Downloading these can unlock a Diving Blood Assassin character or a Firebending martial artist for you, and there's so much more.
Oh, that looks so
check
cool.
out his mods. In addition, we also used the Eternal Blades mod for a few moments, and I'll put a link to all of these mods in the description. As for the samurai theme, shout out to the Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima OSTs. So good.
Hey.
And of course, there's the animated art. This video had not one, but 2 sections of animated art, and as always, John Devlin and Xavier nailed it. And then
It sure did.
all of this was elevated even further by Arcane Bard, who created SFX for the animated scenes as well as the telescope scenes. It's so much fun working with these guys, and I love storyboarding and fine-tuning everything with them. So yeah, I'm really thankful to be able to work with so many talented people. Of course, thank you for watching. It wouldn't be possible without you, and I'll see you next time.
What a great video. That was pretty damn good. I think it's one of my favorites. I think this one's my favorite. Age of the Stars one is really, really good. I think it's a very, very close second. This one, just so much top-notch editing. Told a really nice story, and like the creative liberties they went through with it. It was very, very nice. I quite liked it a lot. But a little sad to see that we're done with the Prepare to Cry series. But I know maybe he'll do another one. If he does, I will be here to react to it. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.